What's up guys, welcome back to another video. So today we are here in the CCP and we're going to be testing out Scream. So this is going to be a 7-star rank 1 gameplay, and this is going to be without the SIG. So I kind of want to showcase how she doesn't really need the SIG stones, and also like if you were to pull her once from a 7-star, how she would feel. So onto her abilities, we have a 25% chance with all of our hits to inflict bleed debuffs, and whenever we inflict one of our personal bleeds, we also inflict an armor break. This lasts for 0.5 seconds for each rank you have with the Deep Wounds Mastery. I don't have any points in this video for Deep Wounds, just to let you know. And then if a bleed is prevented by an immunity, you instead inflict 2 armor breaks. There is definitely one champion that has this same ability where if the opponent is bleeding immune, you apply armor breaks. I believe that is Carnage, but I might be missing something. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys. So she has Madness passives, and she starts to fight with 4. And whenever those expire naturally or on our 4th light attack, they're all refreshed and we gain 2 Madness. And they cap at 8. So this Madness is going to have 4 different icons. At first, we're going to have this 25% Vicious buff. And then when this expires naturally, when the Madness expires naturally, or when we do our 4th light attack, it's going to switch over to the Energize buff. And then once this happens again, it goes to Bulwark, and then it goes to Impact, and it starts from Vicious again. So in order to get those effects, you're gonna need to end a combo with a medium attack. And let's say you start the fight with a Vicious, which you are. If you do a medium light medium, you're gonna get one of those Vicious buffs, and those can cap out at 2 of each. So you can have 2 Vicious, 2 Energize, 2 Bulwark, and 2 Impact buffs. Now, if you were to get a 3rd Vicious buff, Energize buff, Bulwark, or Impact, instead, you gain a non-stacking Undermine buff, which basically bypasses the opponent's auto block. And then a really cool thing she has, when Madness is consumed by Scream, you gain a non-stacking auto block buff for 5 seconds. That is removed when auto blocking a contact attack. So you might have seen the deep dive that it says here, it's only consumed when you get hit by a contact attack. So if you're fighting someone with fully non-contact attacks like Shooty or Negasonic, the auto block is not going to get consumed, and every time you auto block, you gain one of those buffs. You gain the Vicious, Energize, Bulwark, and Impact, and that is pretty cool. So as you can see, it also triggers parry, and when successfully auto blocking, you gain one of the currently selected hybrid buff and inflict a personal bleed. So this works very well, because let's say you have the Vicious up and you auto block twice, you're going to get 2 Vicious, and then once you do the 3rd one, you're gonna get this Undermine, and because you try to get a 3rd Vicious, it actually changes. It cycles to the next buff, which is going to be Energize. I'm gonna explain that better in the gameplay. But basically, her rotation here is you want to go for the SP1 because you consume 1 Madness with each hit, which is 3 hits, to get 100% Fervor buff. And the Fervor here is basically gonna guarantee bleeds on every hit or not attacks, which is really nice. And then the special 2 here, you consume all your Madness and you deal more damage based on how much Madness you had, and for each personal debuff on the opponent, so which means armor breaks or bleeds. And then the special 3, you gain 8 Madness, 2 of each hybrid buff, and then the next special attack is not going to consume Madness. So that means you can go special 3, special 1 without worrying about losing Madness, and then you go for the special 2. But now let's jump into the gameplay. So onto the gameplay here, we got this started with 214,000 health. This guy is gonna drop pretty fast. So you can see here we have the Madness, and it starts ticking, but here we're doing the medium ending combos to get our Vicious buffs, so we can deal more damage with our bleed effects. And here, because I did another medium, you can see the Undermine, and then we also switch to the Energize. We got 2 Energize right here and 2 Vicious. Go for the SP1 to get our Fervor, and you will notice here every single one of our basic attacks here is going to apply bleed and armor break, which is really helpful because our special 2 does more damage based on how many debuffs we have on the opponent. And you're gonna see, yeah, we did not even need the rest of this, red damage from Scream. So yeah, the rotation is basically what I like to do, is I like to get 2 of those Vicious, 2 of the Energize, and then finish with light ending combos, because you would have thrown an SP1 to consume 3 of your Madness. And you want to end with light attacks once you build up the buffs you want, because you gain 2 of your passives, and those deal more damage as well on the special 2. So you can see there the auto block, perfect. And then here I'm gonna end with light attacks, because you will see our madness goes up, and we want it at 8 because we deal more damage on the special 2. So here he was being a bit passive. It's okay though. But let's see, we're gonna throw a special 2 with 8, and then lots of debuffs, 26. Not bad, honestly not bad. Considering you have, you know, the energize to actually build up to another special 2 really fast, it's actually pretty solid, like I'm not gonna lie. Very, very good. Now there's one thing you need to remember here. This is an aggressive opponent. We definitely can be a lot slower if the opponent just doesn't want to throw specials, because, you know, our buffs, or sorry, our debuffs do not last too long, because I also don't have points deep wounds. But honestly, you know, the damage feels okay. It doesn't feel insane, it feels okay. But she's definitely pretty fun to play. I really like her. And now this is going to be the big Star-Lord. This is Labyrinth of Legends. And I'm not going to showcase like the whole fight here, but I want to also showcase the special 3. So I go for the double vicious, and here I think I'm going to go for another medium ending combo. There we go. So we get the Undermine. Very easy access to Undermine. And I ended with a light ending combo here because I want to showcase what the special 3 does, which basically maxes out your madness and gives you 2 of those, or each of those buffs, which is basically, you know, you go for the special 3 for those longer fights, obviously, because you also don't consume any madness on your next special, which you want it to be a special 1. Special 1 is really crucial because you apply those fervor, and those basically guarantee you the debuffs on the opponent. That's a very cool special 3, by the way. So you can see all of our buffs: Vicious, Energize, Bulwark, and Impact. Very nice. So once we're gonna go for the SP1 here, we're gonna get this Fervor. There we go. And then every single attack is going to apply Bleed and Armor Break. Trying to be as fast as possible here so we can go for that special 2. Let's bait it, Star-Lord. There we go. And I think here we're gonna go for the special 2 with how many? Okay, 18 and 18, 36. Not bad. That dealt actually. Let's go back and see how much this did for the red numbers, because you can also have, you know, the bleed from the Venom relic. Wait, where was it? There we go. I think that's where I threw it. Yeah. So trying to 43,000. That's not terrible, but it's not insane either. So, you know, I feel like Scream would be, you know, kind of like a balanced champion. Not insane damage, but actually pretty fun to use and solid utility. Like, I really like the auto block with the non-contact champions, and also I really like the one thing that I really like is that if you fight someone that's bleed immune, it basically doesn't affect the matchup too much, because you deal damage with your special 2 based on your on the personal debuffs on the opponent, and you would apply the same debuffs. It's just you're missing some of that bleed damage, which honestly doesn't really deal that much. You can see we have 25 on him, and it doesn't really do too much. So that's what I like about her. She's gonna work for even bleed immunes. But yeah, guys, let me know what you think about Scream. I think she's gonna be a pretty fun champion. Not broken, not bad either. But let me know what you guys think. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.